Hilton Howell Jr., the man at the helm of Gray Television, a former small-town newspaper company that is now the second largest broadcast group in the country. For Hilton, the growth of Gray is about serving local communities with unbiased, award-winning journalism while maintaining a culture of caring for employees at each and every station.
And maybe one of the best signs I've ever seen of leadership was when COVID hit. Hilton put together a video that basically told all our employees, don't worry, your jobs are secure. We're not laying anybody off. We're not going to furlough anybody. Just do your job and we'll take care of you. And they did. It turned out to be such a good year. We paid every single employee a 3% bonus, and Hilton was behind all of that.
Gray's regional senior vice presidents came together to reflect on the many other ways Hilton responded in 2020.
It was all about what do our people need, what can we get them, what resources do they have to have, order the equipment, get them out of the buildings, keep people safe.
Every station, every person had all the things. You remember all the hand sanitizer and the mask and all the other things that went with it, and it was all the time.
Yeah. You just get a package to your home and you'd open it up and it was like sanitizer, masks, we're good. I mean,
right.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Even the things to open the doors, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was just thoughtful and very considerate, and we didn't know that was coming.
Whenever there's a crisis, whether it's COVID or whether it's a hurricane or a tornado, you can always count on him to be the one that says, well, what about our people? What do our people need? What can we do to help our people?
When Hurricane Laura sent KPLC TV's transmission tower crashing into the station's studio, Hilton sent a support team to the station the day the hurricane hit.
And then it wasn't long before he and the entire executive leadership team showed up. He made sure we had everything we needed to make it through the crisis.
I thank God that the Lord here was with me.
But also to build back afterwards. It would have been very easy for him to look at the building and say, let's fix the roof and get back to business. But he said, let's build something we can be proud of here. Let's build something that can then protect your people in the next storm.
It is that culture of caring at Gray that led to the creation of the Focus on Caring program. It allows employees to make charitable contributions to help other employees who suffer unforeseen losses or catastrophic emergencies. Born and raised in Waco, Texas, Hilton had a vision early on of building a television company like Gray. His grandfather helped launch several TV stations, including KWTX in Waco, and introduced his grandson to the fast-paced world of broadcasting. While broadcasting piqued Hilton's interest, he followed in his father's footsteps and became a lawyer, receiving his Doctor of Law degree from Baylor University School of Law, and then his MBA at Texas McCombs School of Business. Hilton then fell in love and married Robin Robinson, an Atlanta native. Together, they immersed themselves in philanthropic causes while raising a beautiful family. Among the many businesses Hilton helped grow in Atlanta, Gray Television.
8 years ago in Colorado Springs, we sat in a room with about 30, 40 people, and Hilton promised that he would grow the business, that we together as a team would grow the business. And Hilton delivered. He promised that he would keep his employees, that he wasn't going to sell, and that he was going to grow and he's dedicated to the broadcast industry, and he's proven that.
What followed is a series of smart acquisitions, plus a move to the New York Stock Exchange to enhance Gray's public profile. Hilton's vision of Gray Television as a young man had now come to life.
We knew we needed to grow, and from that vision, we've been growing consistently and constantly over the last 10 years. He envisioned a bigger company, and it took years to get there, but we are that company that he envisioned.
A remarkable amount of growth in a short period of time, but really well-managed growth, and that's due to Hilton. I don't think there's anybody who loves broadcasting more than Hilton Howell. It's in his blood, and you can tell that.
Under Hilton's leadership, Gray now owns stations in 113 local television markets, including the one his grandfather started way back in the day in Waco. Gray reaches 36% of U.S. television households and is the largest owner of top-rated local stations and digital assets in the United States.
We've diversified our portfolio. We've just grown phenomenally. And this has all been under Hilton's leadership. And he's empowered all of his leaders to assist and to help grow the company and to contribute.
It is that focus on innovation and community that for Hilton is the path forward.
He's open, he's accessible, he loves to come to TV stations on visits, and he loves to engage with our employees. He lights the place up, honestly. People are pretty jazzed when Hilton makes a visit.
Hilton is larger than life. He has an energy and a spirit that's just contagious. He has a pride that is intoxicating. We all want to be a part of it, and he does what he says.
You can feel the energy, you can feel the passion for the business and for the people. And he truly cares about the business and the culture of Gray Television, but really cares about human beings.
With its commitment to investigative journalism, Gray launched a weekly Investigate TV show that airs on all Gray stations. Created Local News Live to revolutionize the way we view local news in the future. Built its Washington News Bureau to deliver high-impact, no-nonsense stories. And recently reached an agreement to acquire Telemundo Atlanta. Beyond its journalistic brands, Gray now provides live entertainment with Tupelo Honey, launched Circle Network as a joint venture with Opry Entertainment Group, connects audiences with the Origin Sports Network, Raycom Sports, Power Nation Studios, and the phenomenal World Chase Tag. It is building a dominant esports brand with its investment in Envy Gaming. Took a majority ownership in Swirl Films, purchased Third Rail Studios in Atlanta, and is now building Assembly, a new home for Georgia's booming movie industry with dozens of TV and movie studios, an e-gaming arena, homes, restaurants, and retail stores. It is not just the growth of Gray that marks the true spirit of Hilton Howell. It is his caring for the community, his service to others, his love for his family.
I feel fortunate that not only do I get to learn from this man on a business side of Gray, but I get to call him my dad. I have the honor of sharing his name, and believe me when I tell you, the name Hilton Howell is not an easy one to live up to. My sisters and I are extremely blessed. From allowing me to pursue my dream in gaming to joining that venture with me, it's been an incredible 28 years together on this earth. Excited for the next 28. Congratulations, Dad. I love you.
There is excitement with Gray Television. It is an excitement that comes from Hilton Howell's evolutionary spirit, leading the Gray journey forward, building stations of tomorrow, while maintaining a dedication to community and a passion for local journalism.
Hilton's famous line is, we're just getting started, and obviously we've started a long time ago, but I think it's going to be really interesting to see what the next chapter in Hilton's vision is. Excited to be along for the ride, and I'm really excited because I know, Hilton is just getting started.
I am deeply grateful to be here tonight with all of you and to be recognized by this foundation at this time, when the mission has never been more important or meant so much to so many people. I am extremely proud to accept this award on behalf of the thousands of Gray Television men and women across the country who've worked tirelessly and selflessly through these unprecedented times. Thank you to the Broadcasters Foundation of America, to the board, the staff, and its members, and to all of you for being here on this very special evening. As I look around the room, I see a lot of great friends, some old, and yes, Brian, some older, and some brand spanking new, and I thank you all for being here. Most particularly, I want to thank my wife, Robin, and my 4 children, 3 of whom are here with us tonight, and the lucky one is on college spring break at the beach. They're always saying things along the lines of truth is stranger than fiction. And the first time I heard that saying, I remember thinking, what the heck does that even mean? But you tell me, who could have written the script of the last 2 years? Who would have imagined everything that's happened, all the changes, all the challenges, all of the losses, and all of the triumphs since the last time this group gathered on March 4th, 2020. Candidly, it's still hard for me to imagine because I don't naturally reflect back on the past. I'm always thinking about tomorrow and where we're going. I've actually had to force myself to go back and think about it, and it's truly stunning. Like nearly everyone else, at first I figured 2 weeks and it would all be over with. And then I thought the world was going to end when we had to shut things down, work from home, run our television stations from everyone's kitchen tables, broadcasting to our markets from our anchor's living room and backyards. Are you kidding me? That's truth being stranger than fiction. 2 years later, as our industry, our people, and the communities that we serve continue to recover physically, emotionally, and financially, broadcasters have earned a rare opportunity due to the sterling job that local broadcasters did nationwide in serving their communities. We have an opportunity to reassert ourselves, reassert our local value, reassert our local connection, because that local connection always saves us. As you saw from the video a few moments ago, I grew up in this business. My grandfather started KWTX, a TV station in Waco, Texas, which is really the foundation station for Gray Television. Back then, Waco was a small Texas town, still kind of is, but we'd all go to lunch on Sunday with my brother Brian, our parents, and our grandparents, and you could count on our station's shareholders frequently being there too. And they would all talk business, and I would listen, and I learned. So Lord knows I've heard how the sky has been falling on broadcasting since I was too young to talk. It's always been something that's going to destroy us, from color television to the remote control, to cable, then later the internet, social media, and now, of course, streaming. You name it, one disruption after another. And each time they promised us that it was a planet extinction event for local broadcasting. Yet here we are, still standing. When I was a kid, KWTX had both the CBS and ABC affiliations in Waco, Texas. At some point, the rules changed and we couldn't have both anymore. So we kept the market-leading CBS and had to let the ABC station go. Roy Disney bought that ABC station. And a lot of our folks got really worried, and I mean seriously worried, that TV professionals from Beverly Hills, of all places, was going to come to our small town and run us out of business. Well, they came in, and we cleaned their clock. We did it because we were the local guys. We took care of the people of Waco, so the people of Waco took care of us, supported us, trusted us, because they knew us. We were their neighbors. Now, I'll tell you, that ABC station is doing just fine right now. But that lesson that I learned, that lesson in loyalty and trust, always stuck with me. How local broadcasters are uniquely and inseparably woven into the fabric of our communities, of their communities. And it remains why at Gray, we run our business the way that we do, committed to the value of community, local journalism, and by trusting our people to do what's best for their local markets. The growth of Gray comes from serving our local communities with unbiased, award-winning journalism, while maintaining a culture of caring about our employees at each and every one of our 113 markets. We know that Gray's strongest asset is our people and the culture and character of our company. We work hard, and as my brother told you, we play hard too. But most importantly, we take care of our people, and in turn, they take care of us, just like in Waco almost 50 years ago. As we have grown, we have to work harder to hold on to that commitment. Because if you're not loyal to your people, how can you expect anyone to be loyal to you? It's why when the pandemic hit, we knew immediately that the first thing we had to do was to protect our people, not just their lives, but their livelihoods. Early on, Gray leadership vowed that despite significant economic setbacks, there would be no layoffs and not a single employee would see their cut or see a cut in pay. For us, it was a no-brainer, the most profound, right thing to do, as we called on our people to stand up and step into the breach at great personal sacrifice and risk. And at the same time, our communities turned to us for answers and information, often hope, even companionship. I'm proud of how our people at every level rose to the occasion, how they served and supported their colleagues and communities through truly unprecedented times. Their commitment is how we've become stronger as a company and a broadcast family. As we emerge from COVID, we will not stand back from that commitment and support. We must recognize the physical and emotional toll that all these years have taken. But we also must take the time to celebrate the successes, reward the loyalty, and honor their sacrifice. Your generosity allows the Broadcasters Foundation of America to do all of that too. Just being here in this room tonight, together again, sends a strong message that we believe the Foundation's mission is inherently noble: to improve the quality of life and maintain the personal dignity of current and former colleagues in need. Now, more than ever, I urge everyone in our business who has made a good living from broadcasting to consider donating to help our colleagues hit by shattering circumstances. Not too long ago, Gray held a meeting down in Miami where I had the opportunity to reaffirm to our team that good local journalism still gets results, and that our success is what moves us forward. As local broadcasters, we innovate and collaborate to create compelling content. We inform, engage, and protect our communities. We focus on the good, serve others, and we seek solutions. We do, in fact, change the world for the better. While we all know that today there are many, many places where people can get their news, the pandemic confirmed just how much our communities still rely on us to help them stay safe and to help them stay informed. I'm confident that if we seize this moment in time, this once-in-a-generation or perhaps millennium opportunity to reassert our local values, that we will see a renaissance of local broadcasting, because it's our local connection that always saves us, just as it did all those years ago in Waco, Texas. So every time someone starts screaming that the sky is falling, already convinced that this is what will bring about the death of broadcasting, I've got to push back and push back hard. Because look around, despite all the Chicken Littles out there, we're still standing. And when I look up, the sky is still pretty darn blue. Thank you. This honor's been great. God bless you all.